Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of MOPO. Rob, sitting here with my good buddy Dave. You can find us on Twitter at The Scientist and at DaveRoach83. Today, we're going to be discussing matters of personal opinion involving Suicide Squad. We didn't see it together, but we both did see the movie. Starting right off, initial impressions. As a Suicide Squad movie, I liked it.
Yeah, I thought it was a good movie. I'll be honest, I watched people's reviews, and I don't really watch reviews or pay attention to what people have to say before I actually see the movie myself. But going into it, it wasn't reviewed very well, and even afterwards, a lot of people were trashing this movie, saying it wasn't very good. I thought it was great. I thought it was a very good action movie. What I'm seeing with people nowadays is they expect these comic book movies to be cinematic masterpieces with no flaws, and every character is in depth and has many layers to them, and the story is so in depth and it needs all these different aspects to the story. No. Bad guys are forced to do something that they don't want to do against their will, tricked by the government into doing this job for them or whatever. And it's a good action movie. I thought all in all, if that's what you're looking for, I think it's a good action movie for sure. And did have some other elements, like comedy and love and so on and so forth.
Yeah, I mean they definitely mixed that in. Well, now is it how people are today with the way they expect things, or is it they've been come to feel a certain expectation of quality of movie due to Marvel's success?
Well, yeah, because Marvel screws DC over every time. They make better movies. Because comic books, Marvel and DC have been stealing each other's characters over the years, from day one. So it's not you can say, oh, well, Marvel has cooler characters than DC, because they equally have cool characters. So it's not the content, it's the movie studios and the people who are actually producing these films. But like I said, I didn't think Batman vs. Superman was that bad. I felt it was very jumbled together.
I agree. I really liked it.
I didn't think it was a bad movie. I thought it was a good movie. And same with Suicide Squad. I'll tell you, from my perspective, I didn't blink a second. Between Harley Quinn, Katana, Karen Moon, or whatever her name was, before she turned into that crazy witch. And hey, the way she's gyrating dancing after she's the
Enchantress.
Yeah, I mean, I'll go get a lap dance or whatever.
I have $20.
Right, I just thought there's a lot of hot chicks in that movie, and they showed a lot of them, and I appreciated that.
Yeah, I felt that it's the pacing kind of messed with me, because I felt there were points of the movie where I was just sitting there waiting for something to happen, and they filled the space with kind of trivial dialogue, where I was like, all right, do we really need to talk about it? You didn't really develop any of these characters that in depth to where I would care about what they're saying right now. Not saying they didn't develop any of the characters, but they'd have a back and forth with some of them, and I'm like, all right, well.
The only ones I would say they actually went into any detail were Deadshot and Harley Quinn.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
The other ones, they just said, hey, there's this guy over here who can play with fire, and we got some crazy crocodile.
Well, even Diablo, they kind of had a decent backstory with him, but it wasn't until the very end that you really were privy to it.
Yeah.
Something. All right. So I want to get into why some other people didn't like the movie and the illogical reason as to why, but I don't know if I want to first talk about the plot holes or the things in the movie that didn't really make sense to me.
Well, yeah, we'll start with that.
Start with that? Okay.
Yeah.
So the whole idea behind okay, I'm in charge. I'm getting this team together. We're going in on a special mission, and we're going to rescue people. And then it's just like, all right, cool, go on that mission. And then it's like, hey, here we are. We're saving that guy, right? It's like, no, it ended up being this other person. Oh, it's the one who sent you on the mission. Oh, how the hell did you know you were going to need to be saved?
Well, I don't think. I don't think.
I was just like, wait a second. Is she psychic or something? Like, how did she know she was going to be stuck in this building?
I want you together to save my ass if I ever get in trouble. And I know I'm in trouble. No, see, what I think happened with that was that witch chick or whatever completely threw everything off the radar, and they're like, we're not going to be able to stop this chick. Get the Suicide Squad in here to save me. And as soon as they didn't go to ground zero where all the stuff was happening, I'm like, they got her. She got them going to save her ass.
Yeah. Because that's the whole thing. I was like, wait a second, why are they landing there? And I'm like, wait, somebody's in a building? And it's like, and I didn't really think about, like, I thought about it, but I didn't really think about it until, like, I read it, but the whole city is evacuated, and somehow you can't get out of the building? Like, why were you on the toilet when the evacuation happened, and you kind of, like, washing your hands, and you're like, oh, well, shit,
just like any other
I guess I gotta stay here now.
Just like any other government official, they're so gaudy. They're like, ain't nothing bad gonna happen to me. I'm Walter. I run this. Or
yeah, that I don't know. I was just and it seems very, very linear. Like I could almost predict what was going to happen.
Oh yeah.
Like I was like, all right, well, they're going. The only time where I couldn't predict what was happening was what you mentioned, where I was like, all right, well, they're going to ground zero. Oh, we're not going to ground zero. I'm like, okay. But then everything else was still predictable. I'm like, all right. I mean, like we're trying to make a movie here, I guess. Like,
for sure.
I was a little thrown off by Deadshot having a kid, but honestly, I feel like that's kind of Will Smith as an actor. He really likes being that father figure lately. It seems like every movie he's a father figure, and I'm not hating on that. I really respect it, and I think he did kind of bring a new aspect to the character, and it's not like he didn't do it well. I really thought the comedy between his daughter and him, especially towards the end,
at the end
was really, I don't know, I got a kick out of that, where he's just like, oh no, hey, like, daughter, you gotta make sure the bullet trajectory is calculated with the wind.
But I think it's more to show like a softer side of the character than like, hey, he's not just this total.
Yeah, these bad guys
POS.
aren't just bad guys.
There's other sides to these people. They might do bad things, but they, in his case, he's doing that to put food on the table for his daughter. Yeah, he could go get a job at Walmart, but
yeah.
It doesn't put a lot of food on the table.
I was upset that they didn't expand more on Killer Croc's character, and I'm okay with it as long as they're making another movie and they're going to touch on it then.
Maybe, because, or maybe not give him his own movie, but maybe make him a villain in like a Batman movie or something.
Or just in the next Suicide Squad movie, have a portion of the movie flashback to his past.
I would be
since we're already set up with Harley and Deadshot.
I'd be a little bit upset unless the story was like around him. Maybe this time he freaks out and they got to go get him.
Oh yeah.
Like if they backtrack into doing more backstory on people in the second movie.
Well, it's just kind of like it took the second Avengers movie to finally touch on. Hawkeye and
yeah, I guess
Johansson,
it could be done.
Black Widow.
It seems a little bit sloppy, but I guess it could.
Well, because I figure you had to make sure Diablo's backstory was in there because he sacrifices himself. Spoilers! Really don't care.
MOPO.
But I was upset that they didn't really get into the Native American looking dude who like jumps walls.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. They
didn't even mention him.
Well,
like they were like, "Hey, what's your backstory?" Listen, man, I'm gonna die pretty soon. So
I'm the guy who gets my head popped off.
We ain't gonna really get into my backstory. If you didn't notice, I'm wearing a red shirt under this suit, and I'm not even a Star Trek fan.
But we know. No, like
But all in all, I actually really like the Diablo character.
Yeah, he was
even
cool.
though he was completely original. Like, I'm pretty sure they just made that character.
You don't think he was in the I mean, I don't know, honestly, but I think he's probably in the comics. Like, I don't think they just made him up, but maybe.
I don't know. I mean, I'm totally ignorant to the Suicide Squad comics, but the few cells that I've seen never had a Diablo guy in.
Burning tree looking motherfucker.
Yo, that was wild when he went like Super Saiyan.
Like, I was not expecting that.
I was like,
when he
okay.
said, I'll show you what I really am, or whatever.
Yeah, I kept getting confused when he said that.
I didn't know what he was going to do, but I didn't expect
that.
And that was pretty cool.
I really, and I actually really liked his backstory too. Like, you know, he's just this gangbanger that
accidentally killed his family.
You know, got a little too hot under the collar, literally. But yeah, because he's been in a few movies, and I feel like that's why I think he's an original character, because he's been in a few movies specifically because of his tattoos. You know, he's just one of those guys that just, you know, full body art tattoo wise, and he's just kind of created a personality, this skeleton figure, out of his tattoos. And I think people in Hollywood just kind of were like, yo, because I saw him in 47 Ronin, and he had like no part at all. He was just this dude who watched Keanu Reeves come onto the docks, and he was all like, yo man, this ain't for you. And then Keanu was like, all right, I'm gonna keep walking this way. And then it was like, that was pretty much it. And he's on the cover of the movie, and I'm like, yeah, I thought he was gonna have a bigger part than that.
It's not like Danny Trejo or whatever. He was just on set one day and like, yeah, you want to be in this movie? I think it was like American Me or something like that. And
okay.
Yeah, you want to be in this movie?
American Me, you're calling it back.
Yeah, that's
like American Me.
Danny Trejo ain't no young dude.
Well, no, he is not. No, he is not. But he's been in a lot of really good movies.
Yeah. Like, but I was thinking, like, and that may be wrong. Like, I
think he's had work before that, but I definitely heard a story where it was like he got the job specifically because they're like, he had that giant senorita tattattoo on his chest.
Like a giant gangbanger dude or whatever.
They're just like, you. Grab a machete. Well, I mean, not in that movie, but we know where
grab a machete and stick it in your old pocket for like 15, 20 years.
15, 20 years. Get real good with that shit.
You're going to need that. But I think, we kind of have to address like the major point in the movie. I think that a lot of people, which I don't agree with, is that the whole Joker issue, like
that and the whole Batman thing.
Well, where I felt like the Joker was in the movie an appropriate amount of time for what the Joker was in that movie. All the Joker needed to be was the dude trying to get his girl back.
I totally agree.
And that's all he was, and that's all he needed to be. And if you ask me, they had a lot of him in there, like where they're explaining Harley Quinn's backstory.
Yeah.
And, this, that, and the other. He was in the movie a good amount for a side character who wasn't the villain. He wasn't part of the Suicide Squad. Like, he's just a dude.
Yeah, his only driving motivation is the fact that Harley Quinn is captive.
Yeah.
And basically somewhere where he doesn't know where she is.
And people are
they got him on
living in
special op lockdown.
And I don't want to, speak out of turn, but I think Jared Leto is included in the people who were upset that Joker wasn't in the movie more. Like,
that's what I heard, yeah.
The Joker movie, Holmes, like you're a part of a movie that was bigger than you.
Well, I feel like, all right, everybody else's reaction, no doubt. It's like, listen, this is a Suicide Squad movie. You got a little too fucking hyped for the Joker character, and that's on you. But at the same time, I see where Jared Leto's coming from, because, like, they did an interview with him, and they said they cut out, like, over an hour of his footage.
Yeah,
as well as like, other footage, too.
As much that was cut out could have been its own Joker movie.
Well, its own Joker backstory, from his words.
I'm like...
Well, even still, it's like...
You got paid, dude. The same. Whether how much your face was on that movie or not, you got paid the same. You're mad because I don't know how real those tattoos and all that, so I'm hoping that's fake.
Yeah, I'm almost positive that's all
fake. If you grilled
fake.
out your mouth like that and tattooed your face and whatnot like that over a movie role, that's on you.
Yeah.
I'm sure you got paid.
Yeah, though I blame the studios, both for Jared Leto's reaction and for the people's reaction, because before this movie even came out, all anybody would talk about in the media is Jared Leto as the Joker.
Yeah.
It's going to be one of the most amazing revivals of a character. Jared Leto this, Jared Leto that, Joker. And it's like, it's a Suicide Squad movie.
He was definitely a cool part of the movie. Like, don't get me wrong. He did a good job. I'm telling you, he didn't do a better job than any other Joker, though. Even Cesar Romero, I think, was more, he's better. I'll just put it at MOPO. He's better.
Yeah.
But he wasn't bad. Like, he did a good job. He was, like, real gangster, real sleek about his, like, I like the part where the rapper Common's in there shouting Harley Quinn, like, and me and Common would have been the same dude right there, but I would at least try to get some before they killed me.
No, because as soon as he said, you got a nice bitch right there, I was like, why do you say bitch?
And Jared Leto put his hand over his face, and it was a big smile on the back of his hand. I was like, yeah, that's a sick dude right there. Like, that's crazy. But I'm like, Common, let's pull your stuff out right now and, like, at least get a couple seconds. Like, do something with that shit.
He would not allow that shit to happen.
I'm like, you're dead. You are dead right now. So try to... No, dude, she was on his lap and she's like, what, you don't want this or whatever, then fuck you. Showing it, no, you get on my lap, you staying on my lap.
He don't want it put in.
Then you have my brains all over you or whatever. Right? I'm going to put you in front of me when he shoots
we
my
going
ass.
out together.
Right, like,
but yeah, I mean,
like, he was good. It was good, and it wasn't too much. It wasn't, like, not enough. Typical Joker, my man dies 5 times in the movie, but he's still alive. Like, you can't kill the Joker, so, like, it really sets him up nice for, like, future endeavors.
And I thought they definitely did a good job establishing kind of like his MO, where all the henchmen are walking around in costumes and stuff.
He is definitely the
flashed
gangster.
Back to like a visual that never actually happens, like from a comic book. Just being like, yo, like, I've seen this shit in comics. This is awesome, man. The big panda bear just grilling it out with the machine gun.
There was a Cesar Romero who was a clown. Then there was a Jack Nicholson who was a gangster. Then there was Heath Ledger, who was a psycho. And I think he's like a combination of the three, but more visually, more like the gangster. I think that's what they're trying to have him almost be more like
the Jack Nicholson one. Absolutely.
Because that's the more, you can work with that more. If he's just a straight up psycho, that's all he is. If he's a straight up nut, that's all he is. But if he's a mix of the two, he's a wild card.
Yeah.
You have no idea.
And he definitely had that gangster status.
He has, like, this power. We gotta assume, I guess he's, like, been robbing banks now for God knows how long. So he got money, he got, obviously, the henchmen or whatever. So this sets it up good for some, like, Batman the Animated Series style, like, portrayals, hopefully we're going to be seeing come out. I mean, because you've never seen a Batman movie with Harley Quinn and the Joker. You've never seen Killer Croc. But Killer Croc and Clayface and all these people are all over that Batman animated series.
Like, I was just so happy to finally, for once, see Harley Quinn, and not even expecting a backstory, but, like, I mean, and a Harley Quinn backstory on the big screen. Yeah. Like, you've never seen that. I think
that's something a lot of people have been waiting for. She's a very popular character. I mean, the girl's super sexy. She is outrageously gorgeous. And, in the movie, outside the movie, that girl Margot Robbie or whatever is going to be hot. But I never saw Harley Quinn as, like, sexy before. Like, she's just like a funny chick or whatever.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I never really thought she was sexy, but they made that chick sexy. So now, just on top of being super popular, like a cool, crazy character or whatever in the comics, now she's like got like the sex symbol status too. So it's just like make the girl blow up even more.
It's I really liked, my favorite part of the movie was the dynamic between Harley Quinn and the Joker.
Oh yeah.
Just because that's such an iconic couple to have never made it to the big screen to finally be there.
What issues have you heard of with people with the Batman in the movie?
People were mad because they were expecting this. Yeah, they were expecting
not enough Batman.
They were expecting this giant Batman scene or something. I'm just like,
Batman was in the movie as much as he needed to
that's
be
what
in
I'm
the
saying.
movie.
It's like these people who are like,
apprehend the bad guys.
oh, there's not enough Joker. Oh, there's not enough Batman. I'm like, did you not read the title of this movie?
You always go Suicide Squad. It's Suicide Squad. You know, in the
Suicide Squad versus Batman.
Batman versus Joker. Suicide Squad.
It's just like with the Gotham TV show. So many people complain, oh, where's Batman? This is the most horrible Batman TV show ever.
13-year-old boy.
I'm like, it says Gotham right there in large print. Why would you think it was a Batman TV show? Like, it's Gotham.
Yeah,
I put that in parallel with the Gotham PD comic,
yeah, that did crap because everybody's expecting Batman to be all up in this comic, and no, it's about Jim Gordon and Melendez.
Batman's in it,
but not
like
all
the
crazy.
other, but not all crazy. I actually kind of liked those comics. I've read two.
I really like the two that I read.
I really like the two that I read. I'm not gonna sit here, but
they were okay.
Yeah, I mean, it gave you another viewpoint of Gotham because you never see the inner workings of the precinct and all the corruption and stuff.
Has done a much better job of just making it more entertaining. Like,
oh, fantastic!
It's a great show. I mean,
they've made the Penguin my new favorite villain. Honestly,
we're backtracking a little bit here, but check out Gotham on Fox if you've never seen it.
No doubt, before they cancel that shit.
But no, I guess basically the moral of this MOPO is Suicide Squad is a good Suicide Squad movie.
Yeah,
if you're looking for a Joker movie or a Batman movie, there's plenty of it.
You're looking for a Joker movie? Dark Knight Rises.
Right.
You're looking for a Batman movie?
1990 or whatever, 1989, whatever that is.
Yeah.
Check it out. But if you want to go see a good Suicide Squad movie, it's already out. Came out in like 2016. Like, it's a pretty good movie.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely could have done a lot worse job, but they definitely could have done a lot better job.
I think as far as casting, they did a great job.
As far as casting, I think they did a good job. Boomerang was a whole new character for me.
Captain Boomerang?
And he was kind of cracking up.
That was probably my favorite part of that movie. When they're all in the bar, they're all dejected, and dude man's like, you know what, man? I don't need you. Like, go ahead. My man skates. He drops his beer and runs out of that bar.
Yeah,
as fast as he can. Like, I thought that was so hilarious, man. Like, that's
what he's been waiting for since day one.
Because he's screwed. He got 7 life sentences or whatever.
Yeah, 10 years off of 7 life sentences. 10
years off 7 life sentences. No, I'm not going back. And then they right back in the he's screwed.
You know what though? At the end, everybody in the Suicide Squad is more or less okay with their situation, except for Captain Boomerang.
Right.
Because, like, what was it? Deadshot, he's got, like, a punching bag now, and he got to see his daughter, and he's got, like, the letters now finally being delivered. Which, that's kind of dirty when this, like, yo, she's been writing you every single day, and you're just holding these and shit. Like, I feel his pain on that.
Yeah.
And then Harley Quinn's got her little mocha machine or cappuccino maker.
Croc on big screen TV.
Yeah.
What's he watching on there?
Oh, he's watching
Tech 9.
Tech 9. Wham!
Because that's probably another really good part of the movie. They're in that same bar or whatever, and Harley Quinn's all like, "Oh, we're all ugly on the inside, except for him. He's ugly on the outside too." He's like, "No, shorty, I'm beautiful." She's like, "Yeah, you are." And in her mind, she's like, "Don't fucking touch me now."
Like, she's keeping tabs on him.
I got my hammer here.
Yeah, right? Yeah, but she was rocking that baseball bat.
Oh, yeah, the baseball bat. That's what it was.
Oh, that's what I wanted to say about Harley Quinn. When they first started showing shots of her, no lie, like, no hate or anything, but I really thought it was that blonde chick from Community.
Oh,
because honestly, I thought she would have been. As soon as I thought that, I was like, you know what? I'm not mad at that because that bitch is crazy.
Yeah.
And I was like, she's good looking enough I mean, like, I'm not trying to downplay it or all. I mean, she is attractive.
She's sexy.
She's very attractive.
No doubt.
But she's like...
Her name is escaping me right now.
But she's
she would have been a great Harley Quinn.
Right, she would have really fallen into the character.
Yeah, and she, I mean, because, like, Margot Robbie was trying. I think it was an emphasis to, like, don't do it too much, like the cartoon. Like, Mr. J.
Yeah, Mr. J.
But she was pulling it out a little bit. I think that girl would have did it the whole time.
I just really wanted to see...
She would have been talking just like this.
She would have been outrageous, I feel like. She would have been the perfect Harley Quinn.
It's hard to say, though, because
I mean, having never seen this other girl, having never seen this performance, I was like, yo... I'm totally on board with this community girl. And then I find out it's not even her, and I'm like, I'm kind of upset about this. Like, what's this girl going to do? And then, I ended up really liking the performance.
Yeah, so, yeah, man.
Before we end it, I want to just, because it seems to have been, like, kind of on par with the whole Jared Leto Joker thing. Have you read or heard anything about his quote-unquote method acting?
Oh, like where he use condoms to people
and dead rats and shit.
Dead rats, yeah. Like that's a little bit out there, bro.
When I'm reading this article and I'm sitting here like, does he not know what method acting is? like who did he talk to about it? Because he definitely didn't talk to like Johnny Depp or anything.
No, he didn't talk to Jack Nicholson.
Didn't talk, yeah. Because I'm reading it and he goes, "Oh well, I got into this part by watching hours and hours of violent videos online," and I'm like, that's not exactly how I would have gone about getting into the set of the Joker. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not sitting here saying the Joker isn't a violent man. I'm not saying he's not murderous. But for that to be the only thing you delve into day after day for hours, I don't think you're bringing out the Joker. I think you're just bringing out
the sicko in you.
Yeah, you're just bringing out a sicko of general proportions.
Yeah. I never saw like the Joker's like a gross, like freak, like kind of shock value kind of dude. Like, yeah, he does messed up stuff, but
he's more to prove a point murderer.
Yeah,
rather than an extravagant like hoist you up on a pole and cut you open.
Like, I never seen like Joker have any like sexual deviancies or.
Well, that's not true. The Killing Joke, where he like rapes Barbara.
Yeah.
Well, it's suggested that he rapes Barbara.
You don't really see that, but like, I don't think he'd be sending to use condoms to Jim Gordon afterwards.
Yo, well, dude, he did worse. He tied him up and put him on a roller coaster ride and showed him all the pictures that were getting like raped and shit.
Or at least naked or whatever. Like,
yeah, or at least naked. Like,
yeah, we don't know. But hey, I mean, maybe Jared Leto knows something we don't.
And yeah, I don't know. I was just kind of like, I was just upset by, because like, why wouldn't he read some of the comics that are heavily based in the Joker?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't he dive into the character itself rather than trying to create what he believes the Joker is? Because it's like, if you're just going to be like, oh, I believe the Joker to be this, well, then you're not doing the Joker. Like you said, you're kind of just bringing out this essence in yourself, which, I mean, I guess that's kind of like method acting, where you're trying to bring out that character in yourself, but like,
weird dude.
Yeah, I feel like he could have brought a better performance if he spread out his content experience.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I mean, other than that, because I read that and I was just like, "Are you kidding me?" Like,
weird dude.
And then all that, and then obviously it's a Suicide Squad movie, but he goes through all that, and I don't think he needed to go through all that to do the part that he did.
Yeah, that's maybe why so pissed. You know how many dead rats I ate?
Yeah, right. He's like, you know how many times I came into a condom and spilled it all over me before I tied that shit correctly?
Margot Robbie probably thinks I'm a sexual deviant. How many dick pics I sent this chick?
Right? So I mean, I can see that frustration too. It's like, they probably talked him up.
That's funny. That is why he's so mad, because he did so much fucked up shit. He's like, I want my own movie.
What was the point of this? It's like, yeah, dude, that's the question we all try to figure out.
Zack Snyder told me to do this.
But yeah, I think we covered a good amount.
For sure. Like I said, for me, I'll be honest, I felt like I didn't blink one time in that movie. Especially Harley Quinn, but she wasn't the only one. All those girls were looking good, except for Waller or whatever, Amanda Waller, I guess her name was. The black chick, you know.
The leader, one that they had saved
was a better Cesar Romero Joker than Jared Leto could ever have been.
Yeah. Why do you say that?
Just the way she looked and her mannerisms, or that the big afro and like her face, like I'm like, now that's a Joker right there. She got her to be.
Yeah, that's messed up. She could have been one of the Joker chicks. Walking around with a giant smile.
Oh man.
But yeah, this is all just our personal opinion. It's just a matter of personal opinion. It's all MOPO.
Yeah, tell us what you guys think of the Suicide Squad. I mean, the good, the bad, whatever you might think. What am I wrong? Is Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn not the hottest chick in the world? I don't know. I think I'm right.
Well, put anybody in a Harley Quinn outfit, they're probably going to be the sexiest chick.
But that girl Katana might have something to say about that. I don't know.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
Yeah, we honestly didn't even talk about Katana.
Yeah, she
felt good. Just kind of thrown in there. Like, I understand why she was there. Yeah, I understand why, but I was like, this seems kind of out of place.
But yeah, let us know what you think. Please.
Twitter, It's All MOPO, It's All MOPO.
At It's All MOPO.
Yeah, like, subscribe, share on YouTube, because that's really the only place we're at right now.
Yeah, YouTube, Twitter.
Well, yeah, I mean, as far as like iTunes and stuff, we haven't really put anything on there. It's all been these pseudo video audio clips.
Yeah, and look out for more content. We appreciate you guys listening. Thank you.